I don't want to be a hater, but when you put Billy Starks versus Jamie Hayter in the main event of AEW Collision, it is no surprise that the numbers are colliding straight down to the bottom. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. The Collision numbers are in, and they're down. In fact, it's one of the lowest collisions that we've seen in a few weeks, and it is really no surprise to me. Billy Starks versus Jamie Hayter, that is not a main event worthy match. Over the past few months, we've seen Tony Khan take a bit of pride in Collision. He's put on some half-decent Collision main events. I feel like he's trying to do more with Collision, especially since Rampage is gone. We're not getting Shockwave. Maybe he's trying to make Collision feel more like somewhat of an equal to Dynamite. But nothing is going to feel equal to Dynamite when you've got these two in the main event. I would argue that this is a match that you'd be lucky if you even got it on TV. It should be a squash match. It should be a bathroom break match. It certainly shouldn't be a match that is hyped. It shouldn't be a match that's promoted. And it shouldn't be a match that is going to close the show, because Jamie Hayter is the A-side in this match, and in reality, she is a bona fide fucking jobber. A bona fide nobody. And then you add in Billy Starks to the mix, and your viewership numbers are drastically going down.
They're snookered, and I think the biggest problem here is, back in the day, see when you had these jobber matches that they knew were jobber matches, they lasted 2 or 3 minutes. See now, there's this expectation and almost guarantee that every match needs to go like 10, 15 minutes, and that is the biggest problem. See back in the day, you got some absolute stinker matches, right? And let's not see in the Attitude Era, you still would have got bad matches, right? But see the people that were considered jobbers or you were bad, they made it entertainingly bad, or they were on it for, it was 2 minutes, bang, experimental. See now it's like, fuck, we're going to give these two, like, I just don't understand why these two are even in the main event slot. We've seen Tony experiment recently with, the main event match, we're going to put it in quarter 1 or quarter 5. And some weeks I think it's worked. I mean, we've seen in Collision, Collision last week, right, they did Saturday, Sunday, God knows why you want a double dose of that. 1.7 million in quarter 1, and then you look what they get this week, it's like, the potential's there. You can get something good, but not if you put this on.
Hold on here, that was purely because of basketball.
No, it is because of basketball, but it's like, you need to grab their attention. You need to grab it by the scruff of the neck. Give that 1.7 million people a reason to tune in, and things like this couldn't give them any more reasons to tune out.
True. I mean, if you know that you're coming on after something that's got a lot of viewers, then you need to try and make some good TV to keep those viewers maybe, staying on your program. But
it's like Raw Netflix. They knew they were going to get a big number on the debut. So we're going to give you a Roman Reigns match. Cena will be there. Punk will be there. You've also got The Rock will be there. Reality is with AEW, they don't have that. No, there is a lot of people in the wrestling. See if Tony Khan just swallowed his fucking pride. I'm not gonna hire Hulk Hogan. How many people is there out there that could actually really help AEW in the numbers? There's fucking horrors.
Well, talking about Tony Khan swallowing, I think he's been swallowing a lot of numbnut wrestling fans, because what has he done with Jeff Jarrett?
Yeah. I'm not going to sit here and say Jeff Jarrett was the demigod or anything along those lines, but guy has dropped off a cliff.
Yeah, no, but we were enjoying the Jeff Jarrett segments, and they were pretty good, even though JD from New York's a fucking pussy who will, deny otherwise, but that was some good stuff we were getting with Jeff Jarrett, and they just completely, he's disappeared, he's gone missing. Anyway, viewership numbers for Collision this week, gone missing. They did 339,000 viewers, so, not great. 339,000 viewers. It is the lowest Collision in a month since March, since the first week of March. So yeah, lowest Collision in 4 weeks. Did a 0.09 in the key demo. That is not great either. So not great. What was Collision up against though? Well, let's see. So it was, you had Alabama versus Duke. I believe that is a college basketball game.
Yeah.
And that opposed just over the first half of Collision. And that did 9.767 million viewers. So, the first half of Collision was affected by that. We see maybe in the quarter-hour ratings breakdown, we'll see, we'll see a pattern. Or who knows, maybe having more people watching TV at the time, maybe that can some way help you if people are switching over to Collision during slow parts of the basketball, during breaks or timeouts, etc. Don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, the number here, not great, 339,000, and it's another low key demo as well. Just about staying above that 100,000 mark, but not a good week for Collision. And I mean, I don't know, where do they go with Collision? Do you do a brand split, or do you just accept that the show's shite? I mean, what's the story going forward here? What do you do?
You could move at night. I mean, we've always said that Saturday's a big problem. I mean, there's always pay-per-views on, there's always something else better on a Saturday, and I mean, it's just another. Oh, he's appealing to the sickos. There's so many people, right, that don't watch TV on a Saturday because they're out doing something better than watching wrestling. Now, yeah, the college basketball game, right, proves that there is people in the house, but the reality is, with sports like that, people will dedicate their actual day or their time off to watching the team that they support. With wrestling, it's kind of one of those things, like, realistically, right, who actually sits in on a Saturday to watch AEW Collision? I mean, you could argue...
Well, yeah, I think you'll watch it if you're in, but I can't imagine your sole reason for staying in is to watch Collision.
But the difference is, with sports, that Duke versus Alabama, I don't get college basketball, right? But people fucking love it, and they love the college football. They actually openly would be like, oh, no, I'm not going to... I'll just have some beers in the house and I'll watch this game. It's the same with football in the UK.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, if we want to go out, it's the NFL Championship games on the night. I'm sitting in watching it. I totally get that.
But on the flip side... wrestling used to be must-watch. People used to actually make that decision. People used to watch it over Friends, and we all know how fucking popular Friends was. But that's it. I mean, we're talking about 8-9 million back in the 90s. Now we're talking about 300,000 in 2025. That's a lot of fucking... and it's like they all died. We're not talking about some 100 years ago.
No.
They can be brought back.
Well, you'd think so. What, the people watching?
Oh, well, the people... The numbers can be brought back. You just got to unlock it.
I don't know, the average wrestling fan age is like 50-something. The median.
As long as they've got access to a telly.
And like, that's the thing, like, the wrestling fans, they're getting older because they're not creating new fans, so it's like, the people that were watching back in the day, I mean, a lot of them will have left, but a lot of the fans that you still have are people that have stuck around. I would probably argue that more wrestling fans are leaving. Well, not when argue, it's a fucking fact. Wrestling fans are either stopping watching wrestling due to dying, or just due to the fact that I am literally too old for this shit. Wrestling fans are falling away due to their age quicker than new fans are being created.
Yeah, totally agree.
And also, I would argue, see the kids that you see getting into wrestling these days, I think it's purely because their parents watch it.
Yes.
It's like, I just don't think kids are getting into wrestling in 2025. It's like, there's cooler shit to be doing, isn't it? Like, they're playing Call of Duty or something, or...
Yeah.
Or they're waiting on GTA 6. I'm not waiting on a Monday night Netflix.
I remember a good old WJ fed about I could be playing Grand Theft Auto 5 there instead of watching Raw. And that was back in 2014 when wrestling wasn't anywhere near as fucking bad as it is now.
Anyway, let's look at these clips here. So, number one, 126,000 views before the AEW World Titles trio match at Dynasty. Harwood battles Utah. Ooh, Utah. I mean, that's bad, isn't it, when Harwood's your number one clip?
Harwood.
Number two, 122,000. Megan Bain makes AEW's world champion. Tony Storm bow down, 122,000. Everything after that, under 100k. So... tensions heat up with TNT champion Daniel Garcia and Adam Cole. Billy Starks steps in last minute to take on Jamie Hayter. Kevin Knight steps up to Switchblade Jay White. To me, that's an issue right there. I call this out with WWE. Look at number 3 and number 4. No, sorry, number 4 and number 5. Steps in, steps up. Is that the best you've got?
And also the A sides at the end of the title.
It's like, you want to fucking try... See with YouTube vids, right? The title, yes, it's not. You don't want it to be clickbait, of course not, right? You don't want it to be clickbait. You want it to be true to what the video is pertaining. But at the end of the day, you do use that title as an opportunity to try and get as most clicks as possible. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yes, no, I know.
Like, see when Austin filled McMahon's Corvette with like concrete, did the title go something like Austin takes the next step in the McMahon rivalry? Or would that clip have been something like Stone Cold destroys Vince McMahon's $1 million Corvette with concrete or something. Do you know?
Yes, I know. Like, what sets it apart?
You know, and I just don't think across both companies, man, their titles are fucking shocking.
Simplicity is the best.
Death Riders send a message to Rata FTR. You say simplicity is the best. I think that is simplicity. Steps up, steps in.
Wait, hold on.
What are you on about? That's about as simple as you can fucking get.
Oh, wait,
What are you on about simplicity?
No,
that threw me off my game there.
threw you off your game?
Aye.
No, because sometimes you just need to describe what you're seeing rather than just say the blandest thing fucking possible, like steps up. You're right, it's like Austin destroys the Corvette, just keep it as simple as that. Talk about the next step in the rivalry. That's why you see with Cena and Cody, just fucking repeat it the same thing back to back. See if Cena in Glasgow fucking cracked Cody Rhodes with a fucking battered sausage, I bet you that would have drew more views than what they did.
Aye, Death Riders send a message to Rata FTR, Nightingale, who cares?
Well, why are they called Rate FTR, Strickland and Nightingale? Is that just a collective? Are they all fucking riding together then? And that's another thing. Death Rider's doing in 6th spot.
I think they're missing a comma.
The world title feud is getting beat by Kevin Knight. That's shite.
Yeah, not great. The CRU demands answers from the patriarchy. I don't know who the CRU are, to be fair.
I couldn't even tell you who any of
And
them are.
number 8, Big Bill and Brian Keefe look to prove themselves against Top Flight. So the what is it? The Red Tree and the Bad Apple. Bad numbers, more like. Anyway, guys, like that's it. Not a great week for Collision.
But where's the stories here, right? See these 8 clips? It's demands answers, steps in, wrestles, battles. Where's the exciting stuff? Jumped in the parking lot, flung off a bridge, run over. You know what I mean? Beaten to a pulp backstage with a lead pipe. Where's that stuff? It's just fucking generic.
Even in WWE, right? See the whole Jade Cargo. Is it just me, or did they fucking drop the? There was barely any emphasis on the who done it.
No,
Who's the mystery attacker?
No.
And then the only really kind of directed their attention towards Liv Morgan and Raquel just because they wanted to try and set up a tag team match for
And
the titles.
also, why did they put that wee bit of effort into a fucking mid-card women's feud between Naomi and Jade Cargill? How interesting would it be, right, if you had like a whodunit and you had guys like The Rock, Cena, and Punk and all involved? But no, we'll give it to you with the fucking Job Squad.
Yeah, shite.
The Rock hasn't appeared for 6 months because he got run over. We said buy that.
Aye, well, that's it. Till next time. I think The Rock wouldn't even do that. I think that would hurt his ego. Oh, someone's going to put me out for 6 months. I'm going to look weak. Fuck The Rock.
Where is he?
Anyway, I don't know. Till next time, peace.